Welcome to the court gallery. Today we have a chaotic legal saga featuring the same petitioner over 6 months and 4 different judges. It begins in February before Judge Wilcox with a routine protection order request, but as the months drag on, Judge Stillwell is forced to untangle a web of bizarre excuses as to why the respondent cannot be served. When the petitioner fails to appear in May, the cases are dismissed entirely, only for them to be revived again in July. After stern admonishments about timely service from Judge Wilcox and Judge Wohl, the petitioner finally faces off with the respondent in August. But will things go her way? We're about to find out right now.
Why don't you come on up and have a seat, Ms. Donahue? And is a present or on Zoom? Nope. Just have a seat there, Ms. Donahue. All right, so I'm taking up your request for a couple of temporary restraining orders against a Jeremiah Robertson and a Catherine Barr. I'll take them in order, 2 cases, 2659 and 2660. So, Ms. Donahue, then I'm setting a hearing. That hearing is the 9th of March. Let me make sure I've got that right. Yes, 9th of March at 9. The court is not issuing temporary restraining orders yet, but we'll take up that issue on that day. And if you want the court to consider that, then you would be present. In the meantime, you have to see to it that Robertson and Barr, not you personally, but you have to see to it that they are served or given your petition, given notice of that hearing so they can be present, know what you're saying, and they can respond. The judge at that time will make the decision whether there'll be orders issued or not. So at this stage, the court doesn't find under the law that a temporary restraining order should issue after find irreparable harm, an emergency, and the facts under unlawful harassment. So that's not found yet. So, did you give an email address to the clerks when you started this?
I did.
Okay, they'll send you by email a packet, which we call a service packet. All of that needs to go, one to Mr. Robertson, one to Ms. Barr on their cause numbers. We'll have these both heard on the 9th. And that's it for today.
So just one question, Your Honor. When I come back on this on the next date, what was it, the 9th of March? If I have gathered all my evidence, which I've been, adding up license plate numbers.
So any other evidence?
Yes.
That's good.
Witnesses.
Get that into the court before that hearing, because if you just get to the court doesn't have any chance to look at things, doesn't have a chance to prepare, may have to continue the case, may not be able to rule in the way you want. So get it in the week before.
Okay, into that window over there?
Or, yeah.
Okay.
And you can also stop and talk to them about how you need to get it into the court.
Exactly.
If you have a question.
Okay.
All right. And so, I didn't say, so in order to get them served notice, you'd need to talk to law enforcement can do it, or a business that does legal notice, or a family or friend who you will not be calling to testify, someone who's completely uninvolved.
Okay.
But one or the other, and then whoever you choose has to file with the court before the hearing a legal document that proves to the court that they did give this notice and what they gave, so that the court can make a decision about whether that was proper. So
absolutely. And then just one other question. The reason I'm residing at a safe house now.
I don't need to take any testimony today. So I just need you to work on making sure they get notice of that hearing. And if you decide against this and you don't appear, nothing happens.
No, I'm coming
just
back.
strike the hearing.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right. Again, do we have Nancy Donahue in court? Nancy Donahue on Zoom? Okay. All right. Oh, one moment. We're getting through folks here. Okay.
My name is Nancy Donahue.
Oh, Nancy Donahue is present. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, Nancy Donahue.
Correct.
All right, so it doesn't look like either of the respondents that you filed petitions against have been served with notice.
Your Honor, I couldn't serve them because my name was not spelled correctly with the district court. And
All right,
they
yeah,
legally wouldn't serve it.
Right, so I saw that. So what we'll do, ma'am, is we'll reset this 2 weeks now that everything's been corrected.
Yes, I did correct it.
All right, yep. So we'll do March 16th at 9 a.m. will be your hearing.
At what courtroom?
Right back in here.
Okay, with the same identification of the Zoom meeting?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I said the 16th, didn't I? I'm sorry, ma'am. I
Is it
meant it will be March 23rd, not the 16th. I apologize.
That's okay.
So it'll be,
the
March 23rd, 9 a.m. right back here in this courtroom, same way you signed on today.
Correct. Thank you very much. Have a lovely week.
You too. Thank you, Ms. Donahue.
Bye.
Bye.
Your Honor, this is Nancy Donahue. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I apologize. I could not get through to the voice on my phone.
All right, give me one moment, ma'am. All right, so Ms. Donahue, it doesn't look like either of the respondents have been served.
Correct.
Yeah, all right. So are you making any attempts at service?
Yes, I am. And as a matter of fact, it will happen this week. I found a local process server.
Okay. All right. I don't believe there's any temporary orders issued in your case, ma'am. So what we'll do is we'll reset this for 2 weeks.
Okay, can I just ask a question? Why is it after all? Hello?
Yep, go ahead.
Why is it after all the information that I did, because I showed this to someone, why wasn't a temporary service, a temporary order in place after reading the evidence?
Okay. Ma'am, that decision has already been made. Today, we're trying to figure out service and schedule the hearing. So we're not going to go into that again this morning, but we'll reset your hearing for April 6th back at 9 o'clock.
Okay, because we never went into it. It was a decision that was made when I walked into the courtroom. There was no discussion.
Okay.
All
right. Well,
I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, ma'am. This is primarily done through declarations and what's in the petition. So folks will read those first and then ask questions if they have any. So we'll set the order or set the hearing for April 6th, and we'll see you back then.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. And we were going to start with, do we have Nancy Donahue present?
Yes, I'm present.
Okay. All right. So Ms. Donahue, doesn't look like either respondent has been served yet. Either Jeremiah Robertson or Catherine Barr. Have you been working on that? I know we've been here a couple of times now.
Well, the first time my name wasn't spelled correctly, Your Honor, so I had no other choice but to wait the calendar for the next court hearing because I couldn't legally serve it. Having said that, I called the prosecuting attorney's office in regards to serving Jeremiah, and because my case is with the Attorney General, Nick Brown, with Jeremiah Robertson's name listed, they said it was like the victim. Well, I talked to the attorney and then they put me over to the victim's advocate. And she said that I shouldn't have to pay for having to serve Jeremiah Robertson.
Okay, well, you are in charge of service. And what we're going to do is we'll reset this one more time. But after that, we're going to have to deny the order. I understand the first time there was that name issue, but we have been back twice since, with that name having been corrected. And we can't
no, this is the
repeat.
second time.
An email and a phone number is our email.
Yeah.
We haven't been able to send.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. So the other issue, Ms. Donahue, is when every time we've resent these hearings, we send you a service packet because the respondents will need to be served with the updated packet that includes the next upcoming court date. And every time we've sent you the service packet, it has bounced back to us, and it looks like we're unable to reach you by phone as well. So we're not able to get the information to you that you need to send to the respondents. So can you please provide, do you have a good email address that you?
Well, Your Honor, if you had read the paperwork that I gave the first judge that denied me temporary, protection, I am in a safe house.
Okay.
I am a human trafficking safe house right now, domestic violence. So I am unable to physically send the mail to me. Having said that, I do have service at my one number that I listed. But that's what I'm trying to say. And that's why King County Courthouse said that I don't have to pay for processing with Jeremiah, that he should be served through the state because he is listed on a case with the Attorney General. Having said that, I can give you the address of the agency, the middle person that protects me from being raped and human trafficked by Jeremiah Robertson.
Okay, so what we need from you is some kind of contact information where we can send you the service packet.
Okay, who do I give that to?
You you can contact do you know how to contact the Thurston County District Court Clerk's office? That's the office where you file the. Okay, that's where you file the original petition. Do you remember how to reach out to them?
Why are you talking to me so condescendingly?
Oh, I'm sorry if it's being interpreted that way. I want to make sure we're on the same page. Okay.
I did, Your Honor, just for the record and on recording, I did this all by myself. And
So,
there's another one coming.
Right. So, Ms. Donahue, right, I understand. Well,
Sure.
We need you to reach out to the original office where you submitted the petition. The reason I'm maybe speaking slowly and clearly is because it's very important that we get you a copy of the service packet, and we haven't been able to for a couple of weeks. So I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page about what you have to do next. All right.
That's really strange because I've had my phone number. So, well, yeah, we definitely have to wait another 2 weeks. I'm going to get with the Attorney General and with Nick Brown because I know how to do that because I was the one that moved the case to him. And then I'm also going to get with the victim's advocate regarding the processing service.
Okay,
Having
so
said that, would you be so kind as to give me the phone number on which I can contact at Thurston County to update my profile to make sure that all the work that's being done at the district court is being done correctly and I'm getting my information?
Thank you. Yes, are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
It's 360 754 4102.
Is that a direct line or is there an extension or somebody I should ask for?
That's the direct line to the civil department. And so if you're working with an advocate, you can give them that number too, and they can talk with the civil staff about best way to get you that service packet.
Okay. And so having said that, we're looking at a week out to getting all that information sent to me. What date on the calendar are you looking at to make the next court hearing for this serving? Because I don't want to waste the court's time, Your Honor. And if I have to wait a week.
No, so what we're going to do is
I have
let's
email.
go. So You have email. Also, I'm not going to ask you to put this information on the record in case it sounds like there may be some privacy issues. So if you also have an email address, again, the one we have has been bouncing back. So if you want to confirm your email address when you call the civil department, we can also email you a copy of everything, and that will get to you quicker.
Oh, okay. And you know what? Now I remember when I went, some lovely man told me, because I told him I was at a safe house for human trafficking and domestic violence. He said not to list the address.
Right. So that's why I talked to the civil department, and I'm not going to ask you to put any information here on the record, but if you talk to them on the phone and tell them the best way to get a hold of you. All right, ma'am. So what we'll do is we're going to reset this. Not going to do a week because I do want to give you enough time. We're going to go out 2 weeks. So we'll go out to April 20th will be the next hearing. And the sooner you contact the clerk at the civil department at that number I just gave you, the sooner we can get you the service packet and hopefully have service taken care of so we can actually get to your hearing.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
You have a lovely day.
Thank you. You as well, Ms. Donahue. Do we have Nancy Donahue?
I'm present.
All right, Ms. Donahue, let's see. I see you're on Zoom there. Okay. Still looking for service on the 2 respondents. Ms. Donahue, do you have any updates there?
Well, I have to take a moment of your time, Your Honor. The first time the court sent me paperwork, it was the wrong spelling of my name. It was you wrote it Donahoe, and my name is Donahue. And then we had to come back for the second. And the 2 times that I've seen you, I haven't received any paperwork in the mail. Having said that, I sent it because I'm in a safe house. I sent it to the agency for 2 reasons, because I'm in a safe house and for documentation purposes. So now I haven't received the papers to serve these 2 people that need to be served, because on the record, I had someone in the Safeway parking lot say that I best not serve them. And no, I don't have any pictures.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I'm getting nervous.
Yes, Ms. Donahue. So on April 6th, it looks like after the last hearing,
I called up right away.
Yep. And so we sent you the service packet at the address you provided. You're saying you haven't received it yet?
No, that director and / general manager, and I've gotten other important mail from other agencies and whatnot. At the same time, I ordered yours. And no, there's been none. And I have documentation that I spoke to someone and gave him the new address and everything like that. So I did not receive it because I was ready to go. Because Your Honor, and for the record of the court, I am nervous with Jeremiah Robertson and Amy Barr.
6th Avenue.
And I am in a safe house.
All right, Ms. Donahue, is it the address? Is it on 6th Avenue? Is that the address that we're sending?
Well, I really would. Yes, and I'd really like you not to publicize it.
Right, we're not gonna say the full address, but I want to make sure we've got the correct one. The 6th Avenue is part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right. So that is where we mailed you your service packet. And so there's also a note here that it may not get to you in time for service to be completed by the next hearing. So it sounds like we did send that service packet to you. Have I heard you correctly? I think last hearing as well, you mentioned you're working with an advocate at the shelter you're residing at. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So yeah, and if you would like your advocate to contact the court as well, to just make sure that we're both on the same page. Again, I won't provide too many details on the record.
No reason for that.
But if you'd like your,
There's no reason for that, sir. There's no reason for that.
Well, just to make the main thing, Ms. Donahue, is I want to make sure that we're sending the service packet to the correct place. That's my main goal. And so if there's any issues there, yeah.
When I hang up with you, I'll go ahead and call and talk to the gentleman I talked to last time to verify. But but like I said, I'm getting very important mail besides yours on time to my place.
Okay.
So I really
All right.
don't need, yeah, I got it handled.
Right. Okay. Well, we'll reset this again we'll go out, another week and reset this, and we'll hopefully that will be enough time for the mail to get to you and for you to serve the respondents here. So we'll be back again next week, and then if there's
Having read my situation and me telling you that someone came up to my car to warn me not to serve them, that doesn't warrant any temporary protection order? And being that I'm at a safe house? I mean, I'm just asking for the record, Your Honor.
No, I mean, you're welcome to ask for something more. We would need a little bit more information. If there's just you're saying somebody is coming up to you in the parking lot, we do need a bit more to go off of there, ma'am. But what we're going to do is we're going to set the hearing for next week. And again, if you haven't received the service packet, maybe by today, see if your advocate wants to reach out to the court here, just to make sure we have all the right information. Okay.
And then one other question I do have, Your Honor. Sorry to take so much time. Don't mean to be disrespectful. Is there any way I can get a copy of this actual court time right now?
You mean like a transcript or a video or anything like that?
Sure. Transcript would be great.
Well, these hearings are broadcast on YouTube, so you're able to get it that way. If you'd like a transcript, you can contact the civil department and see about getting a transcript. I do think you'd need to pay for those though, but you can always call and ask how you go about doing that process. But it's also, these are on YouTube, and I believe it will be up for the next 24 hours if you'd like to look at it that way.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Ms.
So
Donahue.
what date? No.
Next Monday, so a week from today.
At what time?
Except, actually, one moment, Ms. Donahue. The only issue, though, is then we would have to get this updated order to her, and then in the mail, and then she would have to turn around. That's going to be probably not enough time.
I mean, if we can get it to her sooner than mail, that's the only.
Yeah, but if I remember last time, she's not accepting anything other than through mail.
Then
yeah. We're actually going to go out, just considering I want to make sure we have enough time, and so we're not having you come back to court unnecessarily, ma'am. So we're actually going to go out 2 weeks. That way, because you're going to have to also serve the updated order setting a hearing. And so it's not just a matter of coming back to court. It's going to be, we need to give you enough time to get a copy of the updated order and then try and serve that updated order on the respondent. So we're actually going to set it for May 4th, just to give you enough time. Yeah, just so we don't, keep bringing you back to court unnecessarily.
Okay, and then could you repeat the phone number in which I will correct, or I don't think I'll correct, because what confuses me is that they left you a note stating that it might not be on time. So they did have my correct address that I gave them. But having said that, I don't want to ramble and take up the court's time. What is the phone number where I can call that gentleman again?
All right. Are you ready?
I sure am.
All right. It's 360-754-4102.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll see you back here on May 4th.
Okay.
All right.
And then Nancy Donahue. Is Nancy Donahue present, or anyone on her behalf? All right. How about Jeremiah Robertson or Catherine Barr? All right, I'll call cases though where no one has shown up, which is a number of these. So starting with Nancy Donahue versus Jeremiah Robertson, 26-59. The petitioner is not present, and this action has not been served on the respondent. This petition will be dismissed. Then next will be Nancy Donahue versus Catherine Barr, 26-60. This action has not been served on the respondent and the petitioner is not present. Petition will be dismissed.
Ability of the court and you,
So
Judge.
if you think that you're in peril, you should contact law enforcement.
If I can get to the phone in time.
Law
So that's why
enforcement
I
is
came to
right,
you.
right here. You could talk to security on how to contact law enforcement. They're at the front door. You can contact them online by phone.
Why is everybody protected
Yeah.
now?
So,
Okay. I just had
Ms.
it on
Donahue,
record. Can I have
come
a
on
copy
back,
of this?
come back on July 20th, and we
Yeah,
can
I will.
have your hearing and determine if we
Sure,
can
sure.
issue that order.
Sure. Do
All
I have
right.
can I have a copy of this, but today?
You're gonna get it all by email.
Perfect.
Right,
All right, well, hope to see you.
all right.
Donahue, come on up.
Yes.
Sorry you had to be the last one.
No apologies needed,
Somebody always has to be the last one. You just got that lucky card today.
as long as I'm seen and heard.
All right, so we're in the exact same case, situation here that the last couple of cases have been. Mr. Kovas has not been served.
I know.
Okay, and do you want to continue the case to try to get him served or drop it altogether? It's your choice.
Well, we had an incident last night. I took Betty, and I would like to add Betty to my,
There is no order at this point. You just have a
Right.
notice for a hearing.
sorry, my dog.
Yeah.
Having said that,
So you're asking,
because I heard him, okay, I'm not gonna digress. Anyway, we had an incident last night that, I went here. I went to this parking lot and I went to the benches. Lovely little area. Had some food and a book and a cup of coffee. And Betty, I chained her up to the bench and we were about 4:35. I started reading my book and watching, and listening to the music. And one by one, starting at around, well, almost immediately an hour after being there, about 2 cars came by and parked, which was unusual. Didn't mind it, didn't pay any attention, just kept reading. And then as the evening went on and the music got louder and it was nicer, a bunch of cars piled in. And then about an hour after that, they started harassing me, saying this was a conversation that this one person had. He was in a white van. I have his license plate at home. It's not with me. He started saying that he had me on telephone being located for being human trafficked. And that's what this is all about. I do not have a phone. Leonard made it very possible to remove those phones from me in the last week or so. So it couldn't have been me, which I have proof of. And the cameras have proof of all the incidents that happened. I never left my bench unless to walk my dog. I stayed on that side where the picnic benches were, not where they were. And it got aggressively fast towards me and attacking me, and saying to me in so many words, we're here because the locator said that you're giving out free sex. At no time in my life have I was raised Irish Catholic. Leonard knows that. And Leonard is abusing the system.
Was he there?
No, I don't. You know what? I take that back. I don't know. At this point, I had pulled out my mace. And it has been told to me many times. That's why I asked for this hearing last time and last time and last time. I have police cases. I've done my due diligence. I have a case with me, of evidence, license plate numbers, people saying it's Leonard Cavallas. Okay, I'm gonna breathe. So the reason I did this the first time with Judge, I forget her name.
Wilcox.
He had come to the parking lot of Planet Fitness, which is on camera. In the parking lot, intimidating me, threatening me, keeping his distance from me, and mocking this whole situation that I've been told he has people who are protecting him.
So let me get you.
But it happened last night.
Okay, so let me just get you focused on what we need
Okay,
to
thank
do.
you.
Sure. We can't have a hearing unless Mr. Kovas has notice of the hearing. At this point, he doesn't have any formal notice of the hearing. So let me look.
All these things that I just asked for, I asked for a temporary so I can stay safe, so I can be back for the next one. I pleaded with the judge.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to
And-
revisit Judge Wilcox's decision. Right now, we're going to just talk about,
I had to pull out mace last night.
okay, right now, we're just going to talk about getting Mr. Kovas served, but
I just got his address and I'm gonna be calling the police department down there.
okay, we don't have an address. We just have that
I
he
do.
lives
I
in
just found
Florida.
I found it in Sarasota.
Okay.
My
Okay.
next question
Well, okay,
about that.
yeah. Okay, Ms. Kovas, pardon me, Ms. Donahue, let me walk you through this. Yeah, do you believe Mr. Kovas, if he resides in Florida, how is he contacted?
He was just here. I just said July 7th, July 3rd.
So you
yes.
think he was here in person
Absolutely.
from Florida?
Absolutely.
Okay, so where do you think he's staying? Where would the police go to
I
serve
don't
him?
know what a criminal does, except
Okay.
when it's done to me.
Right. So there's not much we can do if you don't know where he is, because he needs to be handed a copy.
I'll hand him it if I have to.
No, you can't.
Then I will have the police. So then I looked up his information and he has sexual assault
Okay,
charges in Florida.
okay. But right now, all we're talking about is being able to have a hearing. You don't, there's just you and I, there's no other person.
Is there a video going? And that was another thing I'll ask about later. So,
Okay, so the only thing we could talk about today is getting him served. And right now, you don't know where he is.
yes, I do. I have an address.
No, at where he is in the state of Washington to be served.
He can be served anywhere in this.
And you know how to go about getting him served?
Absolutely.
in
I've been doing
Sarasota?
all this work myself. I'm sure of it. I know a lot more and I'm just not.
Okay, I'm willing to reset this hearing 2 weeks to August 3rd. We can't keep resetting, but I'll reset it one time to August 3rd to see if you can get him served.
Then what about the incident last night? I'm telling you, you're not going to do anything. And it's on video. So I'm documenting that wait, let me just say, I'm documenting that there is video of me being almost physically attacked at Thurston County Judge parking lot yesterday.
Mhm.
And I'm saying it's Leonard Cavallas with all the trails of evidence that I have and have presented to the police and to you. And you're saying nothing is going to be done but a reset.
I can't do anything different. Law enforcement can investigate it. You can say, hey, you should look to see if there are security cameras at the courthouse that maybe captured what happened last night. But that's up to law enforcement to check those.
And then are you here to protect me?
I'm here to discuss whether you're gonna get a hearing on an order. That's my job.
But
Law
that's not what I
enforcement-
heard for 2 hours.
Okay, Ms. Donahue, it's law enforcement's job to enforce any orders that the court issues. We can't issue any orders until we have a hearing. So we need Mr. Kovas present. And that's the only issue I can talk about today is he's not present because he hasn't been given a copy of the notice of the hearing. So
So I have a question.
you can, if he's engaged in crimes, it doesn't take a protection order to have the law enforcement act. They just need proof of a crime. So if you believe a crime has occurred, as in last night, then you contact law enforcement and say, this is what happened. And here's what I believe. I believe there might be security camera video that
No,
shows
there
that.
is. I
So,
looked it up already before I came here this
Okay.
morning.
well, you talk to law enforcement about that. That's how you get last night addressed. So would you like me to set this to the 3rd of August?
I do, but I just have one more question
Sure.
because I was here for 2 hours and I heard you even protecting a dog better than what you're doing for me.
Okay, that's not the point.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay. So you want to have a hearing on the 3rd of August?
I do.
Okay, and we can't do anything on the 3rd of August unless Mr. Kovas has been
Absolutely.
served,
Sure.
and we'll be in the same
But it
courtroom.
doesn't matter. This is a question about this. So one person just didn't show up and you just said, oh, happy-go-lucky, we'll just reset it for you. But now you're saying this is the one and only reset I get, depending on.
One, and it's same thing for everybody who gets a reset.
Okay.
It's one reset.
And then one more question, and this is where I should go. I can't, there's people that are looking for the video from my last hearing and can't find it. Where would we go and look for that? Because it says when you look up the thing and you,
Yeah, the videos just last 24 hours. So if you want a transcript of it, you can make a formal request to the court, submit something in writing saying you would like a copy of the hearing from the 7th of July, and you'll get a copy of that.
and then where would the court be? You right now? I request it.
You go out to the front window. in
Front
the lobby.
window. Okay. And then I have 24 hours here with this one?
Yeah, they're typically left up about 24 hours. Just depends when the clerk gets to
Uh-huh. And
deleting
so
it.
before I leave here,
Mhm.
it is, the paper I got for the 20th. Is that correct? For
Yeah,
this hearing right now?
today's the 20th. Now we're setting it to August 3rd to give you a chance to get
Correct.
Mr. Kovas.
You are correct on that,
And you would like to arrange to get him served.
absolutely.
Okay, and you'll take care of that whether he's here or in Florida or wherever he is. I'll tell you this, if you believe he's in Florida, the
He comes
advice
up here all the time.
what's that?
He comes up here all the time.
Okay, okay. If you listen to me for a second, then you'll understand why I'm telling you this. If you have an actual address for him in Florida and you believe you can get him served in Florida because you have an actual address for him, you can serve him in Florida, but you're much more likely to get success if you file your request for protection order in his county in Florida, because they will enforce a Florida service and order. So if you want to refile this in wherever he lives in Florida and get their law enforcement to serve him, you can do that. You can try it here, but we'll see if a sheriff in wherever Florida, if you convince them to serve him, great. But a Washington resident trying to convince the Florida sheriff to serve one of their residents, maybe not happen.
This one, I read his charges,
Okay, all right.
and
Just
they're
let me
very
know.
similar to what I'm asking.
Okay, we'll see you on the 3rd of August, and what you're going to need to do is just sit out in the lobby out there, and somebody will bring you a copy of the
No, I
service
don't, I know the drill. Thank you, though.
service packet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my question is what if, because you weren't able or legally allowed to serve me a temporary, which is minor, being that he's from Florida, you would think that I would get that. What happens if something physically does happen, because it almost happened last night.
So what I told you before is you don't need a protection order if somebody.
I understand, but where does the court stand in being responsible?
Okay, well, the court wouldn't be responsible if somebody does something like that. I'm not revisiting Judge Wilcox's
Okay,
issue.
thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
And Ms. Donahue, if you could step up to one of the tables here.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Kimball, both sides are present. I believe you had a preliminary motion. Is that a preliminary motion and then a request for a continuance, or just the motion and then move on to a full hearing?
It is a motion and then request for a continuance in the event that's denied.
Okay. Judicial economy would tell me move everything out for the next date. However, I did review the pleadings and I am going to hear this motion. If Ms. Donahue, if you wish to respond once we hear their motion, I'm going to need to swear you in. I will be doing the same thing with Mr. Robertson if we hear testimony from him. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please.
Yes. Are you ready for me to proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, I am.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Your Honor, first of all, my client has not actually been served. He was emailed a copy of the pleadings in this matter on Thursday, just a few days ago. That's the basis for the continuance if the court wants to proceed with this matter. But, Your Honor, I've read the pleadings, I've read the declaration, and my client has had no contact with this individual for almost 4 years. He was her former employer. She does not present any evidence of anything wrong under the statute in all of her pleadings, her declaration, her handwritten things. She has made the allegation that my client lives in Thurston County. He has never lived in Thurston County. Again, he's had no contact with her for almost 4 years. We believe that the petitioner has some mental issues, and but clearly there's not a basis for proceeding with this matter under the law because of the fact that there's just no conduct that is described, especially given the time issues here, that would even come close to a violation of the statute or would enable the court to proceed with a order for protective order.
Thank you. Ms. Donahue, do you wish to respond to that?
Well, I didn't know that Jeremiah was a doctor. So no, there is no mental illness with myself at all. And that's usually what an abuser says to a victim that is accusing them of something that they've done before. I stand here, yes, I was an ex-employee. I was let go after
I don't want to hear the merits of the case. I just wanted to know if you had a response to the motion to dismiss.
No, absolutely. I do not want to dismiss. And that'll give me more time to get more evidence and people into the courtroom to help me. I do have a video, though, that Tricia White has given me from the governor's office.
Well, at the moment, that is not in the court file.
Well, she told me to take a screenshot of it, and she's worked really hard with me. And so I have it.
Objection hearsay.
ER 1101 sub C sub, I believe, 4. Hearsay is allowed in these hearings. Even so, we aren't having that potentially gets to the merits and does not directly address the motion to dismiss. here's the thing, and here's what I'm going to do. Service was accomplished, although counsel said Thursday, it was accomplished Tuesday, but that still isn't timely. And it was by email, and I am not certain why email would have been appropriate in this matter. Even so, Mr. Robertson did appear, is here, is requesting either a dismissal for the basis stated or a continuance in order to have time to prepare. Based on the allegations in the petition, Ms. Donahue, I do see you
by the police.
raising your hand, and I understand it was emailed by the police. I reviewed the file. Based on the allegations in the petition, however, I do not see a basis to set another hearing. If you believe that there is a basis, you can file a new matter with that evidence and with a petition that contains that evidence and reserve Mr. Robertson.
Well, I have a couple of questions then. If are you saying to me that we're not going on with this?
We are not moving
Okay,
forward.
so then all of the things that I wrote regarding rape and Issaquah, regarding allowing him and his employees to continue to do a campaign smear against me regarding the human trafficking that is going on. So I have to open up a new case on that, because I'd be happy to do that.
That sounds to me as though those are your accusations against
Yeah,
Leonard Covase.
and that's why this case shouldn't be the way it is. It should be separated the way I served it. I served it Jeremiah Robinson as one and Leonard Covase as two. Whether they're, so you're saying to me that they do know each other. By saying that in the courtroom,
I have not
That's
said
what
that, ma'am.
that's what
I
the,
don't know
thing says.
if they know each other.
that's what the court papers say. They combining, the judge before you combined those two
These
cases
are
together.
two separate
No, they're
matters.
not.
They have two separate cause numbers.
They have
And I saw
similar cause numbers.
insufficient evidence in the allegations that you provided against Mr. Robertson for me to allow this to move forward.
No, they're different causes. And I will appeal this.
Well, you certainly have the right to
And this
appeal
is on
my
YouTube,
denial.
correct? Because I have asked a couple of attorneys to watch. On my rights. And yes, they do know each other. Because Leonard Covase walked in to Hillview Apartments in July of 2018 with Sophia Hunt. That's what happened. So how can a mentally ill person remember that? I worked 5 years with him. And then after Wendy Wood and Jeremiah Robertson were murdered, I was let go. I never called him. I never bothered him. I never filed for unemployment. I never did anything. I didn't even ask for any kind of extension on money. I am telling you right now, that man raped me. That man is human trafficking me. And that man is
If
doing
these
a
things
campaign smear against me.
happened, they could be the basis of a protection order, but there are no allegations of that in the petition against Mr. Robertson.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In all three of my cases. 3 cases I've been in this courtroom in Thurston County. I was attacked at Thurston County parking lot and Trisha White got the video for me. And you're telling me that this case isn't going to go on? That's
I'm telling you,
insane.
you can refile if you have additional
Oh, I'm
evidence.
refiling. I'm doing more than that. This is horrendous. This is not the letter of the law. This is not the spirit of the law. This man is such a rapist, such a human trafficker, he is getting away with murder. Yes, I'm upset, and as I should be. So please don't tell me not to be upset. I'm very upset.
You're
This is a
certainly
bad
allowed to
decision.
be upset. However, you must remain calm.
I am
in the
calm.
courtroom.
I'm sorry, when I see injustice being served, I have a difficult time. I'm not letting go on this. You're not getting rid of me. And the longer you do this, the bigger I get. He's moved money around on his owners and lied. He's done so much lying. And they can laugh all they want. They're not getting away with this. So wait a minute, let me understand this, Your Honor. So you're going to dissolve this case, but then the one that's attached to it, Leonard Pavias, we're going to move forward, or is this just going to be a repeat?
We continued that other matter because there was no proof of service. That will still go forward.
And the
I do
witnesses,
not, as far as I can tell, there is no connection between these cases that I see.
then
in
why
the
did the judge
pleadings.
before you put them together?
They are not.
You just said it
placed-
on tape in the beginning of the court hearing.
They are not together on my calendar.
It's okay. You know, it's really easy to human traffic when you manage and own a property management company that services apartments and knows the managers. And then there's just one last issue that I do have regarding that you want it connected to human trafficking. If Scott Bennett was to come in and be my witness, because I filed a report, a special report with the Renton Police on him raping me and him telling me that Jeremiah Robertson said that it was okay that he would be protected. Is that something that would be legal here to bring that case back up?
I am not allowed to give you legal advice.
What are you gonna do? Just dismiss this?
I am dismissing
Can I
this
have details
case
on the
against
grounds
Mr.
of this
Robertson.
dismissal? Well, then I'll be busy getting witnesses, like the banker that barged in the office in July to tell me that Jeremiah just did a campaign smear against me and he's out now passing it around. Scott Bennett, banker. Will they be living next week? One of my other witnesses would have been here, Adam from Hillview Apartments, but he didn't make it. He passed away. He died. I'm furious. This is so unfair. So just for and this is a question. Are you legally or financially or anything responsible, God forbid anything should happen to me when they're human trafficking me? Your Honor?
You will need to speak to an attorney about all of that.
Okay, I just want to make sure. this is not a rant question. With proof of, when you want evidence, besides the witnesses, when you want actual paperwork and pictures and stuff, that's a question for the court should be able to answer.
In order to move forward on a matter, we do have to have sufficient evidence in the file or through testimony that supports the allegations. There are insufficient allegations in the petition and in the evidence supplied currently for me to move forward.
What happened to the judge that was supposed to be here?
I am the judge who's scheduled.
Okay. I will be getting new forms to go ahead and press new charges on him.
And Your Honor, as I did not file a written notice of appearance given the short time here, do you want my bar number for your?
I would like your bar number, but I would also like you to complete the paper file by filing a written notice.
All right, we'll do
What
that.
is your bar number for right now for my records?
13146.
They'll get you all the documents. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'll see you again, Jeremiah.
Do you have anything further before we conclude this matter, Mr. Kimball?
I don't, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
And remember, only you can take a bite out of crime. Bye!